Every year, hundreds of thousands of veterans leave military service and enter what people call the transition. And most of them get pointed in the same direction: college, federal jobs, security work, maybe a trade program if they're lucky. Nobody tells them about industrial operations. I'm going to change that right now. Because the skills veterans build in uniform, the discipline, the protocol, the ability to make high-stakes decisions under pressure at 3 a.m., translate directly into some of the highest-paying careers in the American workforce. Careers that don't require a 4-year degree. Careers that are AI-proof. Careers that need exactly the person the military built. Let me show you what I mean. A 2026 report from Hire Heroes USA and Redeployable analyzed 2 years of veteran retention data alongside Bureau of Labor Statistics projections and AI automation models. The headline finding: veterans are already extremely well positioned for careers with low likelihood of disruption from AI. The fields that top the list: energy, infrastructure, industrial operations, the physical backbone of the country that can't be automated away. And here's what that actually pays. Pipeline controllers, the people responsible for monitoring and operating hundreds of miles of active pipeline infrastructure, average $76,000 a year according to 2026 data. Top earners clear $116,000. No 4-year degree required. In Houston, the top pipeline controllers are making $125,000. These are not outlier numbers. These are what the job actually pays for experienced operators with federal certifications. Refinery operators average $70,900, with top earners hitting $108,000. In California, the average jumps to $96,500. Plant operators at manufacturing facilities, aluminum, steel, chemical production, earn between $55,000 and $85,000, depending on the facility and union status. All of these careers share one thing: they need people who can follow strict protocol under pressure, make fast decisions with incomplete information, communicate clearly during handovers, and stay sharp during the exact hours when the human body wants to shut down. Sound familiar? That is military training, every single day. Think about what the military actually builds. Logistics operators who manage complex supply chains under time pressure. Infantry who execute precise protocols in high-stress environments. Maintenance techs who troubleshoot critical systems on a deadline. Command structures that depend on clear communication and documented handoffs. Every one of those skill sets transfers directly into industrial operations. I made this transition myself. Army Logistics, then Alcoa Manufacturing, then pipeline control at Boardwalk Pipelines. I didn't go back to school. I didn't start over. I translated what I already knew into a new environment. The learning curve was shorter than anyone expected, because the fundamentals were already there. And I'm not alone. Siemens just launched a dedicated veteran workforce development pipeline in 2026 specifically to train transitioning service members for industrial and manufacturing careers. Because they know what they're getting: discipline, adaptability, mission focus, the things you can't teach someone who grew up in an office. So, how do you actually get into this field? Step 1. Look at the Transition Assistance Program, TAP. It exists specifically to help service members translate military experience into civilian careers. Use it. Don't rush through it. Step 2. Look at skillbridge. This Department of Defense program lets you work with a civilian employer for up to 180 days before you separate, while still receiving military pay and benefits. Pipeline companies, refineries, and plant operators participate in skillbridge. You can start building real operations experience before you ever leave service. Step 3. Target your job search specifically. Search for plant operator trainee, pipeline technician, control room operator, or process operator. Entry-level industrial operations roles hire based on reliability, protocol discipline, and the ability to learn, not on civilian experience you don't have yet. Step 4. Get your OSHA 10 certification while you're still in. It takes about 10 hours online, it costs almost nothing, and it signals to industrial employers that you understand the safety culture before you walk in the door. Step 5. Understand that the first 2 to 3 years are the investment. You'll likely work nights, you'll work weekends, you'll work holidays. The operations world runs 24/7, and seniority determines your schedule. The veterans who stay past that initial period find themselves with better shifts, higher pay, and in union environments. Real protection. The attrition in this industry is high in the early years, which means the people who come in disciplined and mission-focused move up faster than they would in almost any other field. Here's the honest truth about why industrial operations is the right fit for veterans in 2026. This country runs on energy infrastructure, pipelines, refineries, power plants, chemical facilities. These systems cannot go down. They require people who take protocols seriously, who can handle pressure without panicking, who understand that the handover at the end of a shift is as important as the shift itself. The military produced exactly that person. Industrial operations needs exactly that person. The mismatch isn't about skills. The mismatch is about awareness. Veterans don't know these careers exist at the pay levels they exist at, and industrial employers don't always know how to recruit from the military community effectively. That gap is closing. Siemens, major pipeline operators, refinery companies. They're coming for veteran talent specifically because they've figured out what the data already showed. Veterans stay longer, perform better, and bring a culture of accountability that civilian hires often take years to develop. If you're transitioning out or you know someone who is, share this video. The path from military service to a 6-figure industrial career without a degree is real, it's documented, and it starts with knowing it exists. Subscribe to OpsDesk HQ. We cover the careers, the compliance, the tools, and the real workflows that keep 24/7 industrial operations running. If you found this useful, share it with a veteran who needs to hear it. See you in the next one.